Bro, literal, it's a jump scare. It's actually a jump scare. German Super Distro, this is the first thing I see. Okay, now, fellas, if you guys were here when we looked at the last Devblog, I made a prediction. I don't know if anyone recalls my prediction, but I read they were giving 7 kilometer hydro to the Hanover and to, oh my god, why do I always forget the Clausewitz? And I made a prediction that the only reason they did that was so they could then give a 7 km hydro to Super Z52 and justify it. So we'll see. Did Wargaming literally lose their minds and give a DD a perma radar? The fact check. We are the fourth estate to the dictatorship that is World of Warships. Okay. A large destroyer with powerful artillery armament. Okay, you would definitely not describe Z52 as having powerful artillery armament. In our game, she receives a, okay, blah, 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 random bullshit, is the ultimate conclusion of line. Bigger, faster, stronger, extra turret, 4 128s. Okay. As well as an extra torp tube launcher. Okay. All the traditional, good HE pen, high AP damage, German torps, a blend of good reload, speed, and right, standard German torps probably. Smoke generator, engine boost, hydras. Oh, 2x5s. Wait, didn't they word that? An extra torpedo tube per launcher. See, I can't read. Okay. 7 km hydro, bro, without being Nah, dude, they did it. They actually fucking did it. 22,000 hit points. Okay. Tier 10 German destroyers. The Z52, we have no captain. We're not running the flag. So 2,000 more HP. Okay, I'm not paying for that. 2,000 more HP. If you run this and the captain skill, then you'll have, on the Z, you'll get 25,000 HP, roughly. So this thing will have, like, 27,000 health. So, like, decent health, okay. But no heal, right? So, like, solid health. Okay, 4x2. No, the same guns. Okay, the identical guns. 4.1 second reload. I want to say the Z52's reload is 3.8, right? Can we... Yeah, fuck it. Waste my doubloons. Isn't it 3.8? 3.8. So you get 33% more guns with a 8-second worse reload. So you get about 25% better DPM, okay? So 25% better DPM if we look at super ships and tier 10s. Because realistically, like, that's what you probably should compare. Okay. I mean, the HE DPM on Z52 is dog. So you'll be up to, like, 170. So we'll be at like 170k HE DPM, which will probably put us around, you know, like Yamagiri, Regolo, right? And then we'll be at like 350k, 340k AP DPM. So we'll have Harugumo AP DPM, but with Z52's like decent AP pen. So it'll have probably the highest effective, well, it'll have kind of the highest AP DPM in the game then, right? Because remember, we're buffing, right? We're buffing the reload. We're nerfing the reload by 8%, but we're increasing the number of shells by 33%. So we have to add like 25% damage output overall. You know, which is going to be a lot. right? I mean, a quarter of 284K is like what, 70K? We're gonna have like 355K AP DPM. So it'll have the highest AP DPM in the game of every DD. Now it won't arm for free on destroyers, right? You have to like have half of a brain, unlike Harugumo and Z42 and the Vamp 2 and the Daring Druid and things like that. You can't pen most DDs when they're perfectly flat. They have to be angled like 10 or 12 degrees to pen them. But still, people cope about that. People pretend like Z52 AP doesn't work on DDs. It absolutely fucking does. You'll still nuke them for 4 to 6K, like with half your shots, right? 180 turn time, 10 seconds, though. See, that's the thing, right? That's why Z42 is like kind of worse. The 180 turn time is dog shit. The firing angles on Z42 are dog shit. So I wonder what the firing angles on the back guns will be. Because if you look at Z42, 45 degrees to shoot all of your guns, right? But then if you look at Z52, 29 degrees, right? Like, that's why I say that Z52 is overall much better than Z42. It just has a smoke that's so atrociously bad, it makes the Z42 better. Okay, so standard shit here, standard shit here. What's the range? 12.8. So you don't gain, because Z52 is 12.6, right? 12.1. That's actually a nice range buff, because 12.8, I would argue, means you don't feel the need to take range to take AFT. The maneuverability, yeah, 4.5 here. Okay. So barely worse rudder shift, barely worse turning circle. Oh my god, they're cooking, dude. It has 0.2 km worse detect than the Z52. 7 km hydro on a 6.3 detect ship with the highest AP DPM in the game. That sounds unbelievably fucking fun. Z52 is already a cancer boat. If you're in a torpedo boat, the Z52 is already like a top 3. It's like Smalland, Z42, Z52 are like probably like the most cancer boats to fight against in your torp boat. 7 km hydro with 6.3 surface detail. Wow, that is wicked, bro. That is, and it's fast. 39 knots base speed. Super Elbing when I know, right, dude? I'm ready. Air detect 3.8, so like the same again. Wow. 3.0 smoke fire. That's again fine. Normal DCP. Wait a minute. Is this randomly better? Is this randomly a barely better smoke? 2077, 2081. Same. Okay, so I don't know why it's randomly 4 seconds longer, but junk. Okay, so the smoke is junk. You still maintain the worst destroyer smoke in the entire game. Okay. I think it's going to come down to the firing angles. I want to go back to the firing angles. Are we talking Z42? Because the thing with Z42 is it's somewhat fair to fight against because you get to use AP back, right? You probably don't have quite as good AP DPM as the Z42 does, but like, I mean, honestly, like, people that are bad spam nothing but AP, but like, if you're in Marceau and the Z42 is fighting you and he's shooting all his guns, shoot fucking AP back. If you're in Lucian and he's shooting all his guns, shoot AP back, bro. If you're in Harugumo and he's shooting all his guns, shoot the AP back at him. Like, you will do the same kind of damage back to the thing because the firing angles are horseshit dog ass, right? But the Z52 firing angles are butter, dude. These are auto bounce angles, right? If you don't have improved AP pen, the Z52 can auto bounce AP and get all its guns on target. So like, that's why Z52 is like way better. It just has a trash smoke, right? Like, that's the only reason the 42 is better, is the smoke. I just think that this might be like the actual most AIDS boat in the game if you're in a torpedo boat. There's no way to play around it. Like, Smalland is very AIDS, but like, Smalland radars you and you get away, you've got 2 minutes to play around the... Like, there's no playing around a 3-minute hydro. Like, You can't ever play on the same side of the map as like a hydro build Z52 or Z42 because like if you push a cap and a Z42 hydros you, are you hydroed 30 seconds into his 2.5 minute hydro, or are you hydroed 2 minutes into his 2.5 minute hydro? Right? There's no way to know most of the time, and so you literally just can't play the cap anymore. If you're a smart, conscientious destroyer player, you just have to run away and give up the cap because there's no way to probably know if the hydro's on and when it was on, right? Yikes, bro. Japanese crew, what, bro? Tier 9 cruisers. This looks like a Yodo. Does this not look like a Yodo? The Suzuya. Suzuya. Third ship of Mogami class series. So it's a 15 gun 155 Mogami. Okay. The heat of a 15 gun. Because Mogami, how many guns does Mogami have? 8? How many guns does Mogami have? Doesn't have many, right? Stock ship. No, it still has 15. Okay. Why did I think it had way less? Oh, is it because the upgraded? Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Okay. Okay, interesting. Very long reload for the torps. Her battery features a faster reload and improved. Okay, so Mogami, it's a Mogami in tier 9 with better reload, longer range. Fast cooldown heal. Main battery reload booster. Thrives at long range fights. So it's an AFK HE spammer. But good, so you have good maneuverability. Okay. With the reload booster. Alright, let's see. 25 plating. Okay, what's the reload? 9.2. What's stock? What's the So barely better reload though. Huh. So it has 10% more DPM. So it has 10% more damage output than Mogami. Stock. Or do the HE shells do more damage? Let's see. No, they're the same. Okay. Everything's the same. AP shell 3300. Yep. Okay, so the guns are the same. Same turret traverse. What's the range on this thing? 16.5. So, like, is that enough range to not take range mod? Because, like, in theory, right, Mogami is a tier 8, so it can't run reload in slot 6. So, in theory, this thing not just has 10% better DPM, it has, like, 20% better DPM because you could take reload mod. But is 16.5 km range on a ship covered in 25 enough to, like, play in just super ship lobbies? Super ship lobbies, fellas. I don't know. Okay, normal, like, 7 km ASW, okay. I feel like the torps are better, right? Yeah, so the torps are better. I mean, the AA is fucking non-existent anti-air. Okay. Non-existent anti-air. Basically the same speed. Barely worse turning. Better rudder. Okay, so more maneuverable than Mogami. Good to know. Normal DCP. Normal 5 km hydro. DFAA, which you would never run. So you have a normal heal, but 40-second, and you have an extra charge base. So a good amount of healing. To be fair, a good amount of healing. Reload booster, 15-second. Reload time 80. Bro, is this like the new gimmick where like reload boosters are reloading faster and faster? Because I noticed, if you guys notice with the Champagne Devblog, The reload booster comes back in like a minute on that thing. No what if could have ships this time? Yeah, I suppose. I don't get the tier 9, bro. I truly, for the life of me, do not understand the tier 9 cruiser spam. Because as soon as they make a cruiser tier 10, it all of a sudden gets armor and DPM. And then as soon as it's tier 9, it's made out of paper with no DPM. Like, this thing has Mogami DPM. Which is fine. Like, it's not bad DPM, obviously. But, like, you don't pen 32. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind that Mogami pens 30, right? So, I don't know, bro. Oh, this is the German one. Okay. No, we scrolled up too far. Okay, well, just another. I mean, it literally is just Mogami with 10% more DPM up tiered with a reload booster. I mean, which will probably be fine, but playing a tier 9 cruiser voluntarily is like insane work, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, free dub strike for BB, exactly. The Blücher, however you pronounce it. Heavy cruiser of the Hipper class, so no armor. So no armor, okay. 4 twin 203. So does it have like insane dispersion? Destroyer level dispersion and highly improved angles, short fuse time. This is actually bad on cruiser guns. This is bad, unless it could. Wait a minute. So okay, so improved ricochet angles, shorter fuse time, higher pen, and flatter ballistics, but no mention of arming threshold. So if these shells can arm on DDs, then that would be like maybe pretty wicked. But if they can't arm on destroyers, if you don't have improved fuse, you don't want improved fuse time, right? Like, the reason why Minotaur AP works is because its arming threshold is nothing and its fuse time is short. You can't really have one without the other. Like, it's not good on a cruiser to have one without the other. So they don't mention that the shells arm on thinner armor plating, which, okay. I mean, standard repair. I mean, a 6-cam Hydra, which you would obviously take. Broadside Hunter. But you have short fuse AP, guys. Like, do you make short work of enemies who make minor mistakes while angling? Especially angled enemies, bro. Like, you have to realize, if you shoot a cruiser that is spaced armor, and you have short fuse AP, and it arms on the first layer, you typically do not get citadels in a lot of ships. Like Gibraltar's a perfect example. Gibraltar has a fast fusing, short arming threshold AP, but it doesn't really citadel anything with spaced armor. Even things that could be citadeled by improved pen angles, because the shell arms on the torp protection and then it detonates between, like on the case, like it doesn't citadel a lot of things for that reason. So that's concerning to me that the fuse time is short, but they don't mention that the fuse threshold is low. The Wargaming stream said 10 km it could start to sit beat. Yeah, but that's if they have an exposed citadel, Roxas, right? Like take Loria for example, right? Loria has fast fuse AP. On paper, Loria has the same pen as Ohio. Ohio will citadel a ship like Vermont at 17, 18 kilometers, right? Loria will not citadel a Vermont at that range because the shells lose enough velocity that when they arm on the torp protection strip that's like 400 millimeters, they fuse and detonate before they reach the citadel. So they don't actually do like you don't citadel Vermont and Loria at even like 16 kilometers because the shells are traveling slow enough that they don't fuse and reach the citadel. Now, that totally changes if the battleship doesn't have spaced armor, right? So like against a Yamato, the Loria comfortably citadels it like at 16 kilometers because it meets the pen required to citadel it, right? So I have no doubt that this thing has the pen to citadel BBs at 10 km, but what BBs, right? That's the question. What battleships? Without knowing what the fuse time is and without knowing what the fuse threshold is, there's no way to guess at if it will be successful at citadeling. Like Like say even like a Petro at 55 degrees. If you have fast fuse AP on your BB, you might not get a Citadel on it just because it arms before it can hit the Citadel, right? So the AP does. I mean, this is like Hindenburg AP, whatever. But like nutty dispersion, DD dispersion, 10-second reload time. Okay. Let's see something here. I mean, so like definitely way better guns than the Roan though, right? I mean, 13-second reload with an extra shell, 9 guns. So definitely you'll have like way better guns than the tech tree version of yourself. Probably and arguably better guns. Wait a minute. Hold on. Maximum dispersion. Oh, at 18.5. Okay. Yeah. Well, 154. They don't mention the vertical. But this is not. Am I tripping? Okay, am I tripping? That's not DD dispersion, is it? Like, it's not. What? Roan has 143 at 16 km. This has 154 at 18.5. Is that DD dispersion? Because the thing is, remember, here's the thing. If you slap, I mean, is that destroyer dispersion? Is destroyer dispersion only 10 meters better than cruiser dispersion? At 19 kilometers? Is it really only 10 meters better? Huh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, yeah, it is. For some reason, I just thought DD dispersion was way better than cruiser dispersion. I'm tripping, though. It's all good. Nah, bro, nothing since Los Angeles Citadel is insane. 180 turn time, 18. That's not bad. ASW plane, standard 7 km bullshit. Oh, 8 kilometer torps, though. Hold on. 8 km torps. That's a kind of nice little buff. The normal German cruisers only get 6 km torps. So the torps are actually like much more usable. That's interesting. Way more usable torpedoes. You get 6 per side, and they go 8 km. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. The AAA is horrific because it's World of Warships. This seems faster than like Hindenburg and Rhone. Am I tripping? This seems faster than Hindi and Rhone. Or is it just that Hindi's slow? It might just be that Hindi's just slow. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so not really faster. Turning is 740, a bit better. Rudder shift is way better than Rhone. Although I'm using stock ship. What if I upgrade them on? Still way better. So pretty good maneuverability for a heavy cruiser. Is pretty fucking good. Like, you could actually run rudder on this thing and be nimble as fuck. Hindi torps are really cracked, like, in ranked. Hindi's like Hindi's god tier in ranked, and a good amount of why it's so good are that, like, the torps are extremely usable on Hindenburg in ranked, I will say. Normal DCP, I think that's a normal heal. Normal 6 km hydro. Spotting aircraft is normal. But do you get an extra heal though? Yeah, you do. So you can have 5 heals, or you can conversely drop superintendent. Yeah, Hindi torps are just like really nasty at close range because like it just has so many. Like it's guaranteeing a jump bunch. If a Hindi rushes your BB, you have like one chance to kill it, and then it probably trades you with like 2 AP volleys and 8 torps on Hindenburg kills like most battleships in the game, right? Yeah, exactly. You drop. So really, I think the biggest question I have, the elephant in the room, is does it have an improved arming threshold? It does not make a mention of this. Improved ricochet angles is always good. Higher pen is always good. Flatter ballistics, always good. You'll have like an 8-8 reload, right? So my question now is, how is this not an objectively better version than the Rhone? They do say that, Yamato. So my question to the fine people of the Twitch chat is like, how is this not objectively a power crept Rhone? Right? Like it's more maneuverable. Right? It has the same consumables. It has objectively better guns with higher damage output and the same hull. Wait, Rock says. So, okay, hold on. Let me understand. Let me make sure I'm understanding your comment. You asked the Wargaming stream and they said Blücher is not an HE-centered cruiser. So is that are they trying to say it's not a power crept Rhone even though it is objectively better HE DPM? But because it's not HE focused, it's fine? Is that what you're saying? They're saying like, well, you just wouldn't shoot HE and Rhone does? But like the HE DPM is still higher. There's no way. Is that what you're telling me? Are you seriously saying that? Like this is gonna, even with one barrel less, still gonna have right, because it has a 10-second reload instead of 10.5. Right? So like theoretically the Rhone had the same. Yeah, okay, that's crazy. That's an insane thing because like here's the thing, right? Rhone has 12% more guns with 5% worse reload. So Rhone has on paper marginally better DPM. But this thing will have cruiser like the dispersion on the Blücher. Okay, so like how is it not just better than Rhone? Because it's going to have on paper like 6-7% worse raw DPM with better ballistics, better accuracy. So it's just going to be better. Like tell me how would I be wrong? How would I be wrong to say it's not just objectively, but the torps are way better too. Way better. It gets an extra torp per set and they go 2 kilometers more. Eugen, 35. What's Rhone? 38. Does it kite better? Does it kite better? Yikes, bro. Okay, so this would just be an example of pure unadulterated power creep. A version of a tech tree ship that is sold for doubloons that is superior in every measurable, the same or superior. It's more survivable because it's more maneuverable. It has way better guns, way better torps, same consumables. So it's just better. It's just a way better Rhone. Okay. Pretty neat. Okay. Oh no. Are these guns? These main battery guns? What are they doing? The Alberico de Babiano. Durable concealment and medium range. Now, in my fantasy brain, I define short range as 12 kilometers and under. I define medium range as 14 to 18. And then I define long range as like 20 plus, right? And then there's kind of like wiggle room for some overlap in there. So okay. So we have medium range and terrible concealment discussed so far. Sure to keep track of enemy destroyers. A surprise torpedo strike can send Alberico to... Wow, guys, did you know that if you hit torps in your destroyer, you can sink? Okay. All right. That is a shit ton of hit points. That's the most in the game. Elbing has like 30,000 base. So with the captain skill and the flag, this thing will be rocking something like 38,000 HP. So the highest HP pool in the game, 16 guns. Sap does 2,000 a hit with a 4-second... Ooh, okay, hold on. Hold on a second here. Okay. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second here, guys. Okay, so we've got 16 shells. Okay, hold on. We've got 16 shells that are each doing 2,000. 32,000 Alpha Strike. 32,000 Alpha Strike, bro. 32,000 Sap Alpha. Okay, so we have a 32,000 Alpha Strike. Okay. 60 seconds in a minute. In case you guys didn't know, with a 3.8 second reload, you will fire this many volleys per minute at 32,000. Jesus Christ! What? We're doing the math again. Did I literally... There's no way. There's no way. There's 16 guns. They hit for 2,000 damage. $500,000 SAP DPM. And we're running reload mod because 11.4 with captain spec is actually usable. Okay, and then let's say like with the Regolo, you don't run Fearless Brawl, you run BFT. Yeah, baby, 600,000 SAP DPM on a fucking destroyer. No, you don't need reload mod probably, but if you take with 11.4 base gun range, remember 11.4 gun range is Regolo with range on the captain, right? If you run AFT, 13.7 kilometer range is very, very good. You only what are cruisers, bro? So you'll have 13.7 gun range just running AFT. So yeah, you would run reload mod, right? There would be no point in buffing this by another 16%. This would make you a fucking double range cuck, right? Plus, they're super low caliber guns, so I would expect the flight time to be horrendous, right? I don't think you would hit a thing at this range. So you'll have 13 kilometer range with 600,000 SAP DPM. 600,000 SAP DPM. Okay. Oh, it's got a burst fire. 4.7 second reload. Oh, so you shoot one. Bro, this is not a 25% reload nerf to be able to pen 34? Oh no, guys. This ship is unplayable. You guys realize how unplayable this ship will be? Your 595,000 SAP DPM will now be cut to... Oh my god, guys. When you use the burst... Guys, okay, it's balanced. Because when you use the burst against cruisers, you're only going to have 470,000 SAP DPM. Literally unplayable. Like, how are you even supposed to do damage in this thing? Holy shit. Good depth charges, like above average. AA defense is... Okay. Why does the ship have no AA? Why does the ship have no AA? Bro, it has 16. Did they not even say it had dual purpose guns? 16 90mm heavy anti-aircraft guns. But it has no AA. Wargaming. Short continuous 81. Mid-range 20. Like, I mean, the flak is okay. Let's compare this to Holland. The god of destroyer AA. The god of AA on a destroyer. Oh yeah, it ain't shit. It actually is not shit compared to Holland. So worse AA than Holland with 16 anti-aircraft guns. Worse AA than Holland. Amazing. Fucking incredible. Okay. Okay, so it's fast, pretty fast. I mean, this is bad. The rudder shift is not bad. Keep in mind, okay, let's just so we're all aware. So we're all aware of a certain ship called the Khabarovsk. 100 worst turning circle with half the rudder shift. Pretty cool. Let's see. Compare this to Elbing. So more maneuverable than Elbing. So barely more maneuverable. So basically Elbing maneuverability. So like not unplayably bad. I mean bad maneuverability, but not unplayably so. Surface detect 9.8. Yeah, so it's Kaba basically. It's Kaba conceal. So you'll get this. You could get it down to 7.8, 7.9. Okay. Duration time 80 seconds. Bro, they literally lied. This is not French speed boost. This is bullshit. So way worse speed boost. Because you guys have to remember that buffed Regolo, guys. Buffed Regolo is coming out. And buffed Regolo has a 25% speed boost that will last for the same amount of time. And reload in the same amount of time. So a way worse engine boost than Regolo. Let's keep it real. A way worse engine boost and a worse smoke because it reloads longer. But it has basically double the DPM of Regolo. I would argue that terrible concealment is not how they would describe Kleber. Okay. Are these shells in the game? 19 millimeter. Is there anything in the game with 90 millimeter sap shells? What do we think? Destroyer. Let's sort by Italia. There was a way faster way to do that for sure. Okay, so none of the lowest it gets is 102 millimeter sap. Are these like the secondary Nap and maybe secondary Napoli? Do you think they're secondary Napoli shells? Let's see. Secondaries. I mean, it does have some 90 mils. Oh, let's look at the flight. So, okay. Let's look at the flight time then. And they pen 26. So maybe these are Napoli secondary shells, which means they're slow as hell, right? We're going to get out. We're going to be able to get our range out to, let's see, 11-kilometer base range. Flight time is So if they're Napoli secondaries, what do they hit for? Can we look at that? Do I have to go? I have to go into the game, don't I? I have to go into the actual game to see this, don't I? Secondary battery, 90 mil. Yep, I think you're right. Yeah, I think they're Napoli secondaries. 2,000 damage, 860 meters initial velocity. Yeah, they're Napoli second. Okay, so they're going to be like some of the slowest shells in the game then, right? So the shell arcs will be like immeasurably bad. Like some of the worst shell arcs in the game. If they're the same guns, which it seems like they are, right? The pen, the damage, the caliber is all the same, the velocity is all the same. You won't hit anything, right? I mean, you like legitimately won't hit a thing. You probably, if they're Napoli secondaries, you probably wouldn't even. Well, hold on. The only thing though is that like at a certain point you'll get deck pens. At a certain point, you might start to get deck like Cossack has the current slowest shells in the game, right? Of all destroyers in the game, Cossack HE is the slowest in the game. And Cossack HE impacts at 29.9 at 30 degrees at 11 km, right? Is 30 degrees enough for destroyer pen? Let's look at Sherman. Sap shells. Yes. Yes. So this, oh my god, bro. If your deck can be penned by this pen threshold, this thing will deck pen you. Oh my god. Again, assuming, right? We're assuming these are the Napoli secondary shells. They have the same flight characteristics. At max range, 600,000 DPM, that guarantee pens you. If you're in like any heavy cruiser, or well, okay, I'm my bad, guys. It only has 500,000 SAP DPM when it's using the F key. Oh my god, bro. This thing will fucking deck, bro. If you're in a, you guys should run out and get the Bourgogne. The Bourgogne's like a really good ship, guys. It should be your first steel BB. Bro, this will kill you faster than like nothing in the game. If you're somehow caught bow in a normal heavy cruiser or a BB covered in 32, this thing will kill you than faster than like everything in the game, dude. But like again, even if you're only getting, you're gonna comfortably, you're gonna get 12 out of 16 at like all times, which is still, which is still 450,000 DPM, bro. Oh my god. Does it mention the ballistics? No. Reasonable shell penetration. So it doesn't mention any of that. Doesn't mention anything about flight time, which is weird. But I think we can assume it's probably like Napoli. So it'll take like 13 seconds to go the 11.4 max range. But like if this thing catches your DD, like nothing in the game will kill you this fast. Like this thing will kill your destroyer faster than anything in the game. And also 26, right? That's enough for like Elbing plating. We'll pen all the armored destroyers aside from the Russians. So that's pretty fucking cool. It's enough to pen everything but the Russians. So that's good. Wow, they're cooking, bro. If this is a tier 7 Mysore, I'm in, bro. If this is a tier 7 Mysore, I'm down. The Mysore is a hard bully ship in tier 6 ranked. So I'm with 4 Okay, let's pull up Fiji here. Main battery. 4 triple. Okay, so the same guns. And 1 triple launcher per side. So it's the same. Okay, same guns, same torps. Unlike her sister, she has access to HE, of course, bro. And longer range, giving her more flexibility as a trade-off. The torpedoes have much lower range. Much lower range. Fiji torps only go 8. So I'm expecting, what, 4 km torps. We should see 4 km torps, okay? Long reload, but high damage and fast speed. Okay. All right. Improved depth charge airstrike. Okay. Short burst smoke. Repair party in tier 7, bro. Imagine playing a cruiser that came out before 2022 in tier 7. Because none of them get heals, and every new one gets heals. Low speed, weak armor. Okay. So low speed, weak armor, way worse torp range than Fiji is what they're claiming. Interesting. Use your main battery range to keep enemies at arm's repair. I love the way they word these. Okay, 16 mil plating, so yeah, dog shit. 15.3 range in tier that's pretty good in tier 7, is it not? Wait, it's worse range than Fiji. Are they trolling? Unlike her sister, she has access to HE shells and longer main battery range. Guys. Longer main battery range. Are we sure? Did we proofread the Devblog Wargaming? Wait, hold on. Guys. Okay. Do you think that the reason why they say the firing range is longer than Fiji is because the fucking Muppets at Wargaming looked at the stock ship? God damn it, they did, bro. God damn it, man. Oh, the fucking clowns at Wargame. They're like, I checked ship tool, boss. Everything. I checked the numbers, boss. It has longer range. Oh no, dude. Oh my god, bro. Oh, that's a sad Pepe right there. Oh my god. The Wargaming Blücher rune comment starting to look a lot more believable. It is. It really is. Bro, that's so tragic. They literally just looked at the stats of the stock ship. Oh no, dude. That is just a tragedy. That is just a tragedy. Bro, how much more proof do you need that they don't play the game and they hate cruiser players? 2300 HE shell damage, though. Okay, so hold on. If we look at Fiji, Fiji has 3100 damage shells. Oh, so this AP is less damage. Interesting. Did they mention the improved characteristics? Because doesn't Fiji get improved AP? Yeah. Yeah, it gets access to, like, basically the minnow AP. Okay. But I don't think they mentioned that. Unlike her sister, she has access to HE shells and a longer... Okay, but see, this is why I hate these devblogs, bro. Like, they specifically go out of their way to mention that unlike Fiji, it has HE shells. They make no mention of the AP. But then when you scroll down, oh no. Hold on. Hold on, guys. No, okay. Okay, so the torp... What?! Unlike her sister, she has access. Gambia's torpedoes have much lower range. Much lower range. Much lower range. Bro, oh no. Oh no, guys. Wait a minute. This wouldn't make sense, but wait a minute. Okay, no. They're okay. They don't even have the excuse that they didn't check the upgraded modules this time. Bro, like, everything in this is wrong. It has less range. The torps have one... Bro, these torps are objectively better then. They're just objectively better. One less kilometer range, but they're faster with the same... I mean, like, the reload is less, but, like, Fiji has YOLO torps anyway. Like, Fiji torps are a joke. They don't really do anything. So, you just want the alpha strike. And you only use Fiji torps at nut hair range anyway, so they're just better torps. Bro. Okay, hang on. Let's look at the reload. 8.8 second reload. As opposed to 8. Okay. So, a bit less DPM, but you can use HE. And it's pretty decent HE. 25 millimeters. So, is this Belfast? Is this OG Belfast HE? This might be OG Belfast HE. Let's see. 20. More damage, actually. But the same velocity. Okay, so this is Belfast HE. Interesting, bro. 4x3s. Oh, they have the updated stats here. This is the oh, no, this is not. Never mind. I'm tripping. So almost as good of HE as Belfast, really, because the reload is a bit worse, but you do 10% more damage, but you have a 15% worse reload. Interesting. So close to Belfast HE DPM, which is very fucking good in tier 7. Very fucking good. But you'll have short burst smoke. So I think the real comparison here then is to Belfast. So you'll lose out on the radar, obviously. So realistically, I would probably make the Belfast comparison more than the Fiji comparison, right? Because like you have a better smoke, but almost the same HEDPM as Belfast. But like I said, you have a better smoke. You lose the radar, which is a bummer, but you get short burst smoke, and Belfast doesn't get any torps. Remember, guys, OG Belfast does not get any torps. So really, you're a Belfast that loses the radar to gain torps and short burst smoke, and a fucking heal. Okay. They might be cooking. They might be cooking with the Gambia on this one, fellas. This they really might be cooking. Okay, let's go back to Fiji. But realistically, I think you should think of it as an OG Belfast with torps and a heal and a short burst smoke instead of radar and a normal smoke. So kind of fucking cool, right? Fiji also gets a heal. Interesting. All right, maneuverability. Let's see. We're upgraded. So 10% better turning circle. Same rudder shift. So more maneuverable. A bit slower. 1 knot slower. Worse detect, though. That's not very good detect for Tier 8. For a Tier 8 ultralight cruiser, that's pretty shit. So you'll get this down to what? 10.5? 10.6? Munich has 8 guns with 16.6 range and 5-second reload at the same time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it doesn't get a smoke, right? I mean, if we're not coping, it doesn't get a smoke and a heal. So, like, yeah, Munich has way better guns, for sure. Munich in Tier 7 probably has some of the best guns. But it's way less survivable, right? Like this thing gets smoke and a heal, same with Fiji. Interesting. The same hydro. Okay. Same heal, I think. 1040. 700, yeah. Oh no, I see it. It's creeping up below me. You randomly get a fighter? Does Fiji get a fighter? Wow. I didn't even know that. It's interesting. So my question then would now be, how is this not just a better Fiji? Right? Like we had like the Blücher is an objectively better Rhone. How is this not realistically an objectively better Fiji? What was the fire chance? Did we look at that? 12%. What's Belfast? Is it that high? HE shells. Whoa! Hold the fuck on here. Wait a goddamn minute here, fellas. Is this thing like a turbo toxic HE spammer? That's crazy fire chance for this rate of fire and this gun count. Hold on. Filter ships. Let's filter some ships here real quick. Tier 7 cruisers. Let's look at Tier 7 cruisers. HE shells. Fires per minute. So this will have okay, let's pull out our calculator again here. So in 1 minute, you will fire 6.8 salvos. You have 12 guns in a salvo and a 12% fire chance. 9.8 fires a minute. Pretty fucking good, dude. That's Atlanta fires per minute. That's pretty fucking good. Where's Belfast? Yeah, more fires per minute than Belfast, even with the longer reload. Interesting. Isn't it so fascinating how many good cruisers exist in Tier 7? Like, Tier 7 and 8 has so many strong, fun, playable cruisers. Excuse me. And then you go to Tier 9 and it's just like battleship farm fodder. This might be really good. Because you're kind of just a way better version of Belfast without a radar. You're way better than Belfast in every way except you don't really have radar. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. The AA, I mean, is like, it's never good, right? We already looked at that. Okay. The model for the British submarine Seal, Tier 10. We're now ready to show the model. Oh, look at it, guys. It's so cute. I can't wait to fucking club it. Oh my god. I'm loading up. Oh man, when this thing enters super testing, I'm playing nothing but the 2501 sub-surveil build. I don't care. I'm gonna be a 2501 main clubbing seals, dude. Okay. Oh wait, that's it? Did we look at the seal? I feel like we did. What did we determine? We already looked at this, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. See, look at that. 6 km, 6 km. Oh, I can't wait for the fucking super test shitters to get their hands on this thing. I'm playing nothing but 2501 surveillance build. Okay. Well, this is not a great devblog, fellas. I can't lie. I think the balancing devblog was like straight up better, dude. I really do. This looks like one of the most, again, dude, Wargaming has a class hierarchy, right? They have a class hierarchy. All the way up here in their favorite special firstborn child, they have battleships, right? Then, kind of like way down here, they have gunboats. And then they have cruisers way down here. And then all the way down in the fucking dirt, literally licking the dirt out of a muddy hole, they have torp boat players. And this is just another example of like, how do you play a torp boat against this thing? How do you play Yamagiri, right? This is a super ship. Bro, Kun Ming. How do you play Kun Ming against Z57? You can't even torp the goddamn thing. How do you play any stealth destroyer into Z57? There's nothing you can do. 3-minute hydro that has a 0.7 stealth buffer. Wow, fucking insane. That's insane. This is a literal whatever. I guess if you love Megami, you'll love it. This is just a crazy power creep on Roan. This is... I don't even know, dude. And then this might be really good. I think this might be the best thing in the devblog. Like a better... I mean, unfortunately, it probably is just a power creep Fiji, but overall, pretty good. Pretty good overall. Interesting, fellas. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. 600,000 SAP DPM. That's pretty neat. We've crossed the Rubicon, you might say.